Isis and Horus become Jesus and Mary. And all over the world you find this same mother and virgin-born son or child religion. And it's because it comes from the same source, controlled by the same force. This is an ancient depiction of Semiramis with the points in her head here. And here's the Statue of Liberty, which is Queen Semiramis. It was given to New York by French Freemasons in Paris who knew exactly what it really symbolized, and it weren't bloody liberty. Again, just Queen Semiramis. On top of the Congress building, you've got the goddess of freedom. Same bloody woman, or same symbol. The goddess of the French Republic, same thing, Semiramis. As the bloodlines moved up into Europe and France, they took it with them. This is the goddess Columbia, relating to America and Washington, D.C. and stuff. Same. And then we come to Nimrod, who was also known as Baal and Bel in different aspects. And Nimrod was the sun god of Babylon. And his symbol was the lighted torch or the flame. Same as Tammuz, because Tammuz and Nimrod were one, father and son, as I said. And so we've got Queen Semiramis holding the flame of Nimrod, standing on a symbol of the sun god. Isn't it great to have the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of our freedom? This is in Paris. Same because the source is the same. This is the symbol of the torch held by the Statue of Liberty, and that's where, right on top of the Pont d'Alma tunnel, where people take their tributes to Diana, who died just underneath. This is another depiction of Nimrod in the ancient world. He was also the fish god. Again, Jesus, the fish. And he had the fish head hat. This is a depiction, actual depiction from Babylon, and that's why we have the mitre in the Pope, because it's the Church of Babylon relocated. And the obsession with the obelisks all over the place is the penis of Osiris, the penis of Nimrod, the bloodline symbolically. And these symbols are not just there, we'll put them symbols there because it's funny that they don't understand. Symbols represent what they symbolize energetically and vibrationally. And this is a science called cymatics, where what they do is they have bits of, not sand, but that kind of stuff. And then they play sound across them. And what happens is all these different bits and pieces then form into these incredible symbols and geometrical symbols as the sound plays. And once the sound stops, they all go back to the kind of mess. And then you change the sound and they'll form another pattern. And it goes both ways. Everything goes both ways. So a symbol will represent a sound, and you can create the symbol with a certain sound which forms that symbol. But the symbol itself generates the sound. They're both ways. So these symbols are all around us. They're affecting the energy fields that we interact with. That's why they use them. That's why they have street plans to these symbols and buildings and stuff. Nimrod, you find Nimrod again used in the modern world all the time by the people who are behind this knowledge. You have Nimrod aircraft and all that stuff. And then we come to Tammuz, Jesus. Same thing, this is Horus. All these sons of God are the same Babylonian virgin-born son under different names. This is the way the Egyptians depicted Horus, and this is Jesus. The halo around the head was the way the ancients depicted that the person was a sun god. There's the Jesus halo. Well, this is an ancient standing stone of Bel, the sun god, with the halo around his head, depicting he's a symbol of the sun. This is Mithra, another ancient son of God figure. The story that they tell of him is just the same as the one they tell of Jesus, in great detail. This is two others who are different versions of the same story. Dionysus of Greece and Bacchus of Rome. Dionysus was born, this is long before Christianity, was born of a virgin on December 25th, and as the Holy Child was placed in a manger. He was a traveling teacher who performed miracles. He rode a triumphal procession on an ass. He was a sacred king killed and eaten in a Eucharistic ritual. Dionysus rose from the dead on March the 25th, Easter. He was a god of the vine and turned water into wine. He was called King of Kings and God of Gods. He was considered only begotten Son, Savior, Redeemer, Sin-bearer, Anointed One, and the Alpha and Omega. He was identified with the ram or the lamb. He was hung on a tree or crucified. These people are all over the ancient world. It's just a recurring story. It's a story of the sun god. Symbols of the sun, not real people. The rising sun was a symbol used for Nimrod, Tammuz and Horus. So Jesus, Christ has risen. Jesus is the light of the world. Revelation, behold, he is coming with clouds and every eye will see him. He walked on water. The sun. And so you'd expect in the home of the Babylonian church in Rome that you'd have the same symbolism. This evergreen tree, symbol of Nimrod in Babylon, that's an original obelisk from ancient Egypt in front of it. This is above the chair of St. Peter, the sun and the dove, Semiramis, in the middle of it. There's sun symbolism all over the place. Again, the sunburst in the dome. In the other religions, you find, this is Mormonism. These are the symbols you find around the Mormon temple in Salt Lake City. The sun, the rising sun. This is from Ur in what is now Iraq, was Babylon Sumer, from about 2000 BC, and it is a symbol of the sun and moon goddess of that area of Mesopotamia. This today is the international symbol of Islam. You go into the other areas of the world, you find the same sun god, moon goddess. They're the same religion, and they get their followers to feed the energy into the same gods that have created those religions. Vampiring that energy, closing the mind, creating a prison, dividing and ruling. Which brings us to secret societies, and of course religions are against secret societies, except another coordinate. The secret society network and the religions worship the same gods as each other. Guess who they are? This is the Eye of Ra, or the Eye of Horus, it's also termed. It's a massive symbol of the Illuminati, these bloodlines that sit atop the secret society network. That's why you have the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill, put there in the 1930s. It's the eye of CBS, Columbia Broadcasting. Columbia comes from a name meaning dove, Columba. AOL, the eye and the pyramid, from these corporations controlled by these bloodlines using the symbolism that the religions are based on. There is the rising sun in a Freemasonic lodge. There's the rising sun in the Vatican in Rome above one of the old popes. This is a picture taken inside a major Freemasonic temple in Boston, which I've told over the years I walked into with a few people, and there was no one there, so we kept walking and ended up in this bloody temple. It was like the Mary Celeste. Took these pictures. There you go, the rising sun. And this is a building just down the road from the White House. It's the Supreme Headquarters, the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, and there's the rising sun again. And these are the same symbols you find in religion. Washington's chair. This is above the door of Downing Street in London. The rising sun. CBS News logo, rising sun. Side of that